who have joined us today to enhance your knowledge on a predominant topic that has drawn the attention from the influential power it inherits. BrandIn, which is a series of 3 sessions focusing on building brands for business and organizations utilizing websites, is an initiative by Rotaract in the Rotary International District 3220 in collaboration with the Rotaract Clubs of Colombo West, Jaffna, Royal Institute of Colombo, and University of California. Branding, in simple terms, is the process of creating a strong positive perception on something, and today we are ready to explore and introduce different perspective. The first session of the series of branding is going to be based on the topic Introduction to Branding Using Web-Based Platforms. So, without further ado, I cordially invite our guest speaker for the day, Ms. Jessica Mathiasz, Senior Copywriter and Project Manager at CADD Worldwide, to begin the session. Over to you, Ms. Jessica.
Hi, everyone. Actually, Lukshan is going to do the introduction, so let Lukshan start.
Okay. Hi, guys. Thank you, Talia, for the introduction. Let me introduce ourselves. First, I will start with myself. So I am the co-founder of Search Worldwide and also CADD Worldwide. And in terms of CADD Worldwide, what we do is we are doing data-driven digital marketing. That's what that's what we are specialized in, data-driven digital marketing. So in terms of my background, I'm coming from data science background as well as mostly technical side of digital marketing. As like SEO, website building, website development, those kind of technical terms. And right now, as for CADD Worldwide, we are working with brands like BMW from Germany. It's an automotive company, automotive industry, and Sendwave, which is an app like PayPal, and Holborn Assets, that's a financial advisory company. And also the brand like mostly tech companies like Qblocks, that is a quantum computing company, and BrandIn, which is one of the good brand in Netherlands. It's a tech hospitality company. Also, another tech brand is Q4us, but it is a software development company in Finland. As for that, as local brands, we are working with Navaloka, Glory, and also some of the good hospitality industry, hotels in Sri Lanka, and also Education Institute. So that's about CADD Worldwide. That's what we do. We are doing the digital marketing part for, we are catering digital marketing part for a lot of industries. So what I want to tell you guys is, so this session, we are taking real life experience, like the experience we had with clients. And I hope this session will be more interactive and fun. So I hope that you guys will learn something new, and please enjoy it. I'll hand over to Jessica to start. Yeah, go ahead, Jessica.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jessica, and I'm a senior copywriter at Search Worldwide and CADD. So I started off first as a freelance writer, but I was also practicing as a lawyer. But I actually fell in love with content creation so much that now I'm a full-time copywriter. So what I will do today is explain to you everything that I've learned throughout this journey about website content and blog writing. So just to give you like a brief overview of what we will be talking today is how to write good copies to get visibility for your brand when it comes to the digital arena, which we specialize in. So we will, like Lukshan said, we will use real life examples, like how we work with clients to get them more visibility for their brand. using website content plus blog writing. Like Lukshan said, it will be really effective if you ask us questions whenever you have any questions, and please feel free to ask any question you have, because there are no right or wrong questions. We don't, I mean, you won't think that, oh my God, this is such a dumb question. There's nothing like that, because I started off with really dumb, really very basic questions when it comes to content writing, because everyone starts at the bottom and then you work your way up, right? So there are no dumb questions, ask anything. Let's move on to our first slide. Sasha. Okay, so everything you see on the internet has a content writing element. Now, when we say content writing, the first things that pop in our heads is like website content, blog writing, social media, captions, that sort of thing. But that's not the case. When it comes to content writing, everything that you see when you go on the internet has a content writing element. Let's say you see some really cool animations, right? That animation starts with content writing. What we put into words first is what the animator turns into an animation. Let's talk about NFTs. That's like a really cool topic these days, right? So even NFTs, everything starts with a story. So who writes the story? It's the copywriter. So, I mean, so that's what I want to tell you guys, everything in the internet has a copyright element to it. It's not just like the words you see, all the art forms that you see. So, yeah. So when it comes to copywriting, there are certain skills you need to have. I'm sure most of if you all are people who are interested in copywriting, you know these things. So research skill is something that you have to master. At first you might not really know how to do a research, but as time goes on, when you keep doing more and more research, you get really good at it. So a copywriter can never stop researching, right? You need to keep learning. You need to gather knowledge. So as people, we don't know everything about this world, right? We only know things that we are interested in. But when it comes to, if you are in the industry of copywriting, you can get clients from all sorts of places. So like me personally, I'm not much into like NFTs and cryptocurrency and all of that thing. But if I have to write about it, if I have a client who requires me to write blogs about NFTs and cryptocurrency, I need to research about it. I need to get into that, even if that's something I don't like to do. So research skill is really important, and then writing style is another important thing. So when it comes to writing style, every person has like a unique style to them. So you can be somebody who writes like a very funny, witty kind of writing style, but you can't use your writing style for everything. You have to keep changing. So let's say a client requires you to be more professional, to the point, and technical. Then you have to change your writing style into that. So you need to adapt according to the requirements. Knowledge on SEO is another skill that you need to have. This you can gather through like courses and materials that are available on the internet about SEO. That's how I gathered whatever knowledge I have on SEO. So also you need to have the ability to use SEO tools. And then you need to keep learning about it. So, okay. So the good news is to become a copywriter, you don't need to have a degree or a specific paper qualification. So, so that's a really good thing. But having said that, it doesn't mean that you can sit back and relax and be like, okay, I'm going to be a copywriter and I don't need to really learn anything. It's not the case. You need a lot more, So, okay. In the good news slide, I had a small error. Did anyone notice that? Hello. Yeah. Yeah. So there's something wrong with this slide. Did anyone notice that? Is anyone there? Oh, somebody said. Fiona said, yeah. See, yeah, okay. So qualifications, the spelling is wrong. So moving on to our next slide, these are some skills that you need to have to become a content writer. So you have to be good at grammar. Like Fiona noticed, qualifications, the spellings was wrong. Attention to detail is really important. If someone shows you a copy and tells you to proofread it, you can't just skim through it and say, yeah, this is good to go. You need to look at every sentence, every word, check all the spellings. All of that needs to get done. A copywriter needs to do that. So attention to detail is something really important. You need to be creative, you need to be smart, and you need to have common sense. Be smart and common sense doesn't mean that you have to be a genius. That's not the case. You just need to have street smarts. So depending on the client, you need to adapt. You need to be able to see, like if you are given a task, you need to be able to see what can go right in this task, what can go wrong in this task before you start it. So yeah, this is something important I came across, and I really believe in this because obsession beats talent, consistency beats ability, and constant work beats skill. So people who there are people who are really talented, right? In life, you can't be best at everything, but some people are just born so talented. But there is a way you can beat that talent. That's if you become so passionate about what you want to do, you keep working at it, and you become someone really good at it, and you really can beat people who are born talent. So keep on being passionate about what you want to do. You want to be a content writer, you need to be passionate about it, and you need to work hard, because when you are a content writer, you can't stop learning. You have to keep learning. So, and you have to keep yourself updated. You need to constantly work on yourself to become better at what you do. And yeah, so that's something you need to really think about. Okay, so that's a basic understanding about content writing and what you really need to become one. And now we get to like the more technical parts where we tell you about how we do content writing for when it comes to websites. So there are a few steps that I follow. This is what I learned while I wrote website content. I didn't learn this overnight. So trial and error, experience, all of that. This is like the steps that I follow. It's not set in stone. You can switch it around. You can find better methods, but this is what I have found. So I'll get into more detail about these steps, but just to give you an overall understanding on these steps, understanding the brand is, if it's your brand, you know it inside out. But if it's somebody else's, you need to ask questions and you need to know this brand like you created it on your own. You have to know it inside out. You need to ask the right questions to get that out of the client. Then you move on to research, where you do your own research about this product or service and the industry. So you get into other competitors' brands and other competitor brands, do a thorough research on them, understand their brand, how their brand is better than the brand you are working with, how you can use their ideas, inspire yourself, and come up with better ideas. So that's the research you need to do when it comes to websites. Then you need to do the keyword research. Keyword research is a little bit technical, but I will give you like a brief understanding on what you can do, the steps you can follow. But I really suggest that you do your own learning when it comes to keyword research. Once you have done that, you discuss with your client, you discuss with your team, and you come up with a structure for the content. So when you go into like a website, you see that the content is properly structured, right? As soon as you go, there is a tagline, there's an introduction to your company, then it moves on to specific solutions, products. So that structure, you need to put it in paper, because you can't just go and start writing. When you have that structure in paper, you know, in your mind, when you see it with your eyes, it's properly there in front of you, and you can properly structure the content. So having a structure is really important. And then you get to this writing. Okay. Yeah. So could you guys read this? This is a client that we got. We have blurred out the names because because it's confidential. So could you guys just read it, and I'll give you like 30 seconds. Tell me what this product is. This is the copy that they had before we revamped the website. Just go through it and let me know what you think their product or service is, what they're offering. Did anyone figure it out? You can send it in the chat box if you don't want to talk. But it will be good if you guys can, ask questions and interact with us. Okay. So we have fintech. Someone says it's mobile applications. Anyone else? Anyone else wants to take a guess? Whoever guesses it right will get like a box of chocolate. Because chocolate's really expensive these days. No? Okay, so no, it's not fintech, it's not mobile applications, it's actually air purifiers and clean air solutions. So, I mean, you can see that this content has really failed, because there is no mention about air purifiers, no mention about sustainable innovation. So a customer would not understand what this company is about or what they are even going to buy by visiting this website. And anyway, this website wouldn't even get listed on Google, because it does not serve the purpose. So yeah, so we really had to revamp it. Yeah, so one. So remember the first step I told you guys to understand the brand. So first thing I do is I make a questionnaire about how all the questions included in this questionnaire to understand the brand. And I send it to the client. So once they fill it in and send us the information, we get on a call and we discuss about it. That way, you can really understand about what about what the brand is about, plus what they do, what as a company, what their values are, what their main product and service is, what they want to take out to the customers. You can understand. So understanding the main product and service is really important. Otherwise, you can't write good content. Then you need to know their unique selling point. So in this case, in these air purifiers, their unique selling point was customizable according to industry. So these guys did air purifiers for poultry farms, fish markets, city air purifiers, outdoor, indoor, apartments. They covered all of that. So their audiences, which is their target market, target audience, the buyer persona, is decision makers in those particular industries. And their market was the global market. So all these informations are really key when you are doing your research, doing your keyword research, and writing your content. So then we move on to the next step, which is the research part. So since this client is in the air purifier and sustainable innovation industry, we first need to list down the competitors and the whatever brands that we and the client are inspired by. Once we list them down, we have to make a database. So let's say I'm searching in Google best air purifying companies in the world. I get certain websites, right, listed down. So I go through them and find websites that would relate to my content, the brand that I am writing about, and I make a database, because the website I find today, I might not be able to find tomorrow. So I always put it in a Google Sheet and make a database, and I always revisit it, and I go through these websites, read about them, read their blogs, read other reading material available about this industry that I'm writing about, so that I can gather whatever knowledge that's out there before starting the writing process. So next, Lukshan will walk you guys through the SEO, very technical parts of SEO. Over to Lukshan.
Okay. Thank you, Jessica. I think am I audible? Okay. So let me tell you, like, I think Jessica gave a good introduction about how to before you start writing a website content, how to like get yourself prepared, and how to make yourself ready for writing a good content, like for the website. So after you're writing a content, it is important that you need to like know what is SEO is as a content writer. You don't need to know like in-depth all the technical parts regarding SEO, but as a content writer, it is important that you know what is SEO is, because if I say SEO is something free that you have to bring more traffic to your website, or to bring more organic search to your blog, and you get a lot of traffic without spending a buck. So I'm just telling like without spending, but you have to spend a little bit. And this is the hook that we are putting out, like without spending. So go to next slide. Yeah. So most important part when it comes to like when you are writing a website or a blog is the on-page SEO. So in terms of SEO, there are 3 types of SEO. First, I'll tell you the type of SEO we have. First one is technical SEO, and other one is off-page SEO and the on-page SEO. So on-page SEO is the most important part when it comes to blogs and website content. So since we are talking about website content and the, how to do a blog, so I'm gonna walk you through, guys, about the on-page SEO. So the on the on-page SEO, so it's all about how you tell your readers what's your brand or the service you are providing. So when you are directly telling your reader in the search engines, you need to know what you are saying from the brand. I think Jessica covered that part. So when it comes to on-page SEO, there are a lot of functions that help that when you are doing the on-page SEO. So these functions include keywords and the meta descriptions, and how you form your URLs with the slugs, and how you optimize your images, and there are a lot of things that comes under on-page SEO. So I will tell you a little bit about what is search engine results pages, SERPs. This is one of the main point when you are doing the on-page SEO. You have to understand. I will be a little bit technical. I will go a little bit technical, but if you have any questions, please ask. Okay. So when it comes to SERPs, when I say SERPs, that means search engine result page. So simply said, if you type something on Google, what you get back is SERPs. Okay, so let's say so all the let's say you type something like dog food on Google, or you want to buy iPhone. So all the results you get on the first page, those are SERPs. So when it comes to SERPs, the most two important categories are paid result and organic results. So when it comes to website and the blogs, the most important part is organic results. So if I tell you why SERPs are important for SEO, so SERP determines how your site appears on Google first page. So if there are another important fact is, when you are considering SERPs, there are like, let's say you search things, and when you are considering SERPs, and the most important part is you have to know about keywords. Okay, so when you want to rank your blog or website on the top of the Google, you need to know about keyword as well. When you like know about keywords, you need to understand how people search on websites. Okay, so let's go to next slide. So let me tell you about from on-page SEO. The most important part when you are ranking your blog or website on the top of the results on Google, Bing, or Yandex, or whatever the search engines, keyword is the most important part that plays into your results. So when it comes to keyword, I will tell you what the keyword is. The keyword is a particular word or phrase that acts shortcut to sum up your content. For example, you can say keyword. Okay, so I'll ask you a question first. Okay, so when it comes to searching something, let's say you are going to search something on LinkedIn, and or not on LinkedIn, search something regarding hotels, and you need to find a hotel in Australia, and you are going to definitely put the keyword Australia in your search engine, because you know that if you just type like hotels in nearby, that you get the Sri Lankan hotels. You definitely need to have the Australian keyword, Australia keyword. So that is important when you are choosing your keywords. It's really important to know what you are doing. Like when you are ranking your blog or website on the SERP, with the SERP's help, you need to know how to find a good keyword. Okay, so next slide. Yeah. So the simplest way to like think about keyword is you have to like come up with so let's say for example we are writing a blog about iPhones. So you have to first do your brand research and everything. Then you have to do a keyword research. Then you think, oh, what kind of keywords people will use. Okay, so when you are writing a blog about iPhone or writing a website about, as Jessica said, air purification, you need to come up with your own keyword first. Like that's where common sense comes to play. So you think like a normal person, like it's like a caveman. You don't care about what other people think. Just you type it and see. So what are the keyword is that the best keyword is? Okay, so when you go to Google and you type it like best iPhones in Sri Lanka or best iPhone in the world, so those are the keywords that you need to use in your website or the blog. Okay, so so yeah, so the thing is you need to know how people find keywords in the search engines. So when it comes to on-site SEO, there are three primary methods people type and search on search engines. First one is navigation. When it comes to navigation means that means like you want to find a specific website or a specific page on the search engine. So you are hoping to find a specific thing when it comes to navigation. When you search on Google, the first the queries you are going to search it's specific. The second one would be informational one. That means you need to find information about the specific topic. For example, let's say regarding you want to find about Abraham Lincoln. So you're gonna type Abraham Lincoln, and you will find a lot of articles and blogs or websites or anything about Abraham Lincoln. So other one would be the third one would be transactional search. That means it's transactional queries. So that's the most important part when it comes to doing on-page SEO. If you are selling something or a product, or let's say you want to sell your blog or something, so transactional search are really important. That is where people type and see. For example, I will say transactional search is I want to buy a new iPhone. That's a transactional search. You will go and see the articles comes on the search engines, or let's say articles or the Apple website might come up. So those things you need to know how people search on internet first. So these are the three primary methods that people are searching. So when it comes to on-page SEO, you need to understand how people are searching these things. So then you know what kind of keyword you are going to use for the on-page SEO. So the first type is navigation, second one is information, third one is transaction. Those are the three main types people going to search on search engine. So the next one would be there are two type of keyword. There are main two type of keywords you have to use on your blog, on your website when you want to like make it to the top on the Google search. These two type of keyword is really important. I think it's better I go with the example here, how short tail keywords and long tail keywords works. Okay, so short tail keywords means it's like 2 or 3 words in a length. Is typically really small keyword, and it has a lot of searches from the search engines. For example, so let's say it's a most people will search like men's shorts. That's a short tail keywords. So for example, for long tail keywords, it can be men's shorts with pockets. That's a specific keywords, and it's longer than 3 or 4 words. So this short tail and long tail keyword is important when you are writing a blog or writing a content on the web page, because it's really important when you write a website content to use most of the short tail keywords first. Then you go to the long tail keywords to do the transactional part of the customer or the client you have. So when it comes to on-page SEO, I'll give you an example with how this works. So okay, so it is important to understand. This is something I tell to all of our content writers and also the SEO guys, mostly the SEO guys or the content writers. So how people move from not knowing what product they are looking for and want to confidently make the choice of purchase or purchase your service or the product. So people don't, people come to search engine without knowing. All right. So when it comes to search engine, they will ask for like, they will search for informational content first. Then they will go for, then they will consider then they will go for the consideration part for the as searching. Okay, so okay, so from here I will explain what I said on the previous slide. Okay, so when it comes to product, let's say you are going to as a blog writer or a website writer, you are writing a website for an e-commerce website, and or you are writing blogs about smartphone. So I'm taking you through a journey that person comes without knowing about the phone and how he is going to buy it. Let's start with like a general topic, smartphone. So if you are like a long-term smartphone user, then you might like consider using the current iPhone, but you are using, let's say, Samsung. Then you are like thinking about, okay, I just want to go and see what are the current good phones now have in the market, like have. So to consider like to buy the iPhone, or should I go for should I upgrade to the next Samsung, or should I go and buy the iPhone model, the new iPhone model? So you go and search on search engines, see what else on the market, and you want to go and search on search engines. So that's where so when you search, let's say you will use search queries like best smartphone in the world, or best smartphones right now, or it can be best smartphone in the market right now, or something else. Like you use best smartphone query. For most of the people will use the best smartphone queries. That's where the awareness part happens, and also that's where the information query is the comes to play. So when you type best smartphone, let's say your blog or your website comes to the top of the Google search, then people go and see, okay, this blog has a lot of information about best smartphone, and they have like 10 best smartphone like lineup, and you can see, and you can there should be a lot of information that you can make the buyer like change their perspective about the Samsung, right? So then now you are using a Samsung, now you want to buy a new phone. It can be an iPhone, it can be a Google phone, or Huawei, or something else. Okay, so then you get the information queries, and you get and you write the top articles, and you are going to consider buying the iPhone after you write going through all the articles, and you say, okay, iPhone is the best one right now, so I'm going to buy the iPhone. So you are considering to buying it. Then you are going to compare this iPhone and the Samsung Galaxy you have. So Apple iPhone versus Samsung Galaxy. That's the next query you're gonna search most of the time. So it is important that you have these keywords on your page. That's why I said on page SEO, and it should be informational. So when it comes to awareness to consideration part, it should be informational. Then you go to the transaction part where you are going to buy the iPhone. Then you are next search query you are going to type is the buy iPhone. Okay, so that's also has to be informational, and you have to give the give product description and how much is it is right now, and also the options we have to buy the iPhone. So that's where the transaction happen. Then you keep on like writing blogs, or you keep on keep on improving your website regarding customer relationship, which is you after you buy an iPhone or any phone, you buy an iPhone case, or it can be a template glass or anything. So you build a customer relationship by writing regarding iPhone cases on your website or a blog. So that's how you go to awareness to how you can turn with search queries from on-site SEO, how you can turn a person to buy the stuff. So it is important to understand like other people's like the psychology, and also how other people like search stuff is like, you know, it's normal stuff like that. How it's let's say I want to buy a washing machine, or let's say I want to buy a service like I want to buy some service. So it is important that you write blogs and a website that has most good keywords when you write in the stuff. I think Desika will explain it to you how to do the keyword research. I will show you like some technical parts about how to do how we SEO guys, how they are doing the topic SEO research for a topic. So I'm gonna walk you through a small topic like dog food. So this is from the tool called Href. So we go and put the keywords in dog food. Then you guys can see keyword and the CADD volume. There are a lot of stuff. So I will give a small info, the explanation about what they are. So keyword is the actual phrase that you are going to type into the Google. Then you are going to do the CADD means keyword difficulty. That means like how hard it is to rank in the top 10 organic search on the Google. And the next one is the volume. The average monthly number of search for keywords. Then the global volume. Global search volume shows how many times per month. That's the per month volume. And the traffic potential, that will show you some of like organic traffic that number one ranking page has currently. That's the traffic potential for the keyword. And the cost per click, that is CPC. The average price for the advertisers. And you will get parent topics like how these keywords comes to play in SERPs. That means like on the search engine results page. And then you get the snip features. Those are most technical stuff, like like the snips are a lot of snips can be there, like can be videos, can be images. There are a lot of snips. So after that you get the updates, how long it has been it's been up as a keyword. Okay, so as you guys can see, like after we type the keyword, you guys can get like dog food and the best dog food. So according to these things, you can actually write your blogs, and when you are writing the content also, these things matters. When you it's important to have these keyword inside on your web page or web page content or blogs. So when it comes to on-page SEO, the most important part is the organic results, because when you say like I think most of you guys know what difference between SEO and SEM. So SEM means search engine marketing, SEO is search engine optimization. So SEO gives you organic results for free. So when you guys want to like make your blog or a website popular, or you want to take it up to your the top Google ranking, SEO is the best way to go first if you have like tight budget or anything. So even you are starting now, SEO is the best thing because it's organic and you don't have to spend that much. So SEM is search engine marketing, where you do the PPC ads and Google ads. So it's better you learn about on-page SEO a little bit and how to do the keyword research, and learn a little bit more about SERPs, because SERPs has a lot of rules and regulations when it comes to Google. Google have a lot of regulations and rules how they make the blog or a website comes to top of the results page. So I hope you got small idea about on-page SEO. I know it's more technical. I have to explain it in simple way, but it's more technical part. But yes, I will let Jessica tell you how to do a keyword research. She will explain it to you. Over to you.
Hi again. So Lukshan told you the very much technical parts of it, but I'll tell you how a content writer needs to know about the keyword research, the SEO keyword research. So this is the method I learned. So you can I suggest that you learn on your own, and you go through courses that teach, because there are so many free courses that teach you how to do a keyword research. So this is the method I learned on my own by going through these courses. So so just to make your life easier, I'll tell you what to do, but I strongly suggest that you do your own learning. So the first thing is you need to have a tool. There are free tools available for SEO, and then there are also paid tools. So there is, I will, at the end of the presentation, I will let you know about some of the tools that we use. So first thing you do is brain dump. So that brain dump means, so once you talk to the client and understand about the brand plus the product or service that you have to write the content for, you will get a general understanding about the customer of this particular brand and product. What you do is you think like their customer, and you put down certain keywords plus certain phrases that they would use to search this particular product. So for example, two slides. So this is a keyword research that I did. The first few keywords or keyword phrases were something that I thought, like the brain dump. I thought, okay, these are some sentences or words that the customer would use to type in and search for this particular product. So after you do that, you move on to the database that you made of competitors, plus your inspirational brands that you have listed down for this particular product. When you have the tool, you put in this domain, the domain of the competitor's website, and you do a keyword research. Then you get the organic keywords that they are ranking for on Google. So how to purify air in a city, machines that cleans air. These are all phrases that a competitor organically lists for in the search engine. So you list down all of those keywords as well. Then there are certain stats that you need to look at and you need to keep track of when considering keywords that you will be using in your website copy. Volume is the number of times that this particular keyword phrase was searched on a search engine. So higher the volume, high volume means it's a word that many customers have used to search for this particular product. So using that in your copy is a way to get more organic reach to your website. So higher volume has to have a CPC, which is cost per click. So that's a commercial value for this particular keyword research, which means that people have searched this multiple times. So it's a good, again, it's a good keyword or keyword phrase to have in your copy. Then difficulty level, like Lukshan explained, if it's a high difficulty level, it's very competitive. So if you can see this sheet, the 8th one, affordable air purifier, has 65 difficulty, which means it's a very competitive keyword. It has 390 volume, which means monthly it has been searched 390 times. Plus it has a $1.17 CPC and a difficulty level of 65, which means it's a very competitive keyword. So you might want to avoid keywords that are very difficult to rank. But saying that, if you look at the 5th one, industrial air purifier. So that's a keyword that it will work for us, right? Because like I explained to you previously, when we spoke with the client, he had an air purifier which was customizable for different industries. So industrial air purifier is a very good keyword for our content. This has high volume, a high CPC number, and also the difficulty is 41, which is very much less than 65. So using industrial air purifier instead of affordable air purifier would be a really good option for us. So that's how you do the keyword research, and list everything, list all the keywords and the stats. Then you have a discussion with the client and show them all the keywords that you have found, which will work for the copy, and discuss with them certain keywords that they would want to eliminate or they would want to have in their copy, because client knows best about the brand. And so when we, just to show you an example, when we discussed with our client about this particular brand, there were certain words that he didn't want us to use in our copy. So what I did was I highlighted it in red and made sure that these words are not included in our content. So when you are picking, of course, there'll be so many keywords that you can use, hundreds and thousands of keywords that are ranking organically, but you need to make a decision on what specific keywords to use. So you pick about 50 to 60 keywords after you look at the stats, after you speak with the client, and also after you think smartly and think a bit strategically and go with your gut feeling as well. So let's say outdoor air purifier might not have much value as industrial air purifier, but if you feel like outdoor air purifier is a keyword that will really work with the customer, if your gut is saying go with it, you should. So you pick about 60 to 50 keywords and you use it in your copy. Then we move on to the structure of the content. So if it's a already existing website, they might have a structure, and if you think that structure works, you can go ahead and use the same structure. But if you feel like the content structure that is already existing doesn't do any good for the brand, you have to come up with your own. So when I say structure, what I mean is how we can, so when a customer goes to a website, how we can give an overview of the company and highlight the main product and include all the important information in an attractive way. So obviously we can't give out all the information in the first few lines itself. We need to first hook the customer, then move on to speak about the company, and then move on to speak about the main product and highlight this main products and services. So when a customer go to your website, they cannot be confused as to what it is, what this company does, what they provide. That can't be the case. As soon as they go into the website, they need to know, okay, this is an air purifier company. These are the industries that they are focusing on. These are the products they have. This might work for me. So that's the impression you need to give from your content structure. Yeah, then you move on to the writing part, which is the most important part. So once you speak with your client, you will get an understanding of what sort of writing style you need to use. Obviously, when we take our example, the air purifier company, you can't really use like a fun and witty kind of writing style. It needs to be technical and professional and to the point. But doesn't mean that you are creatively restricted. You can play around with words. You can come up with very catchy taglines. You are not limited, but you are basically you need to adapt. You need to change your writing style. Once you pick the writing style, you need to stick to it throughout the website. So let's say when a customer goes into the website and they read the about us part and then they read the solutions, if they feel like it has been written by two different people, we have failed in our content writing. We need to make sure that the writing style continues throughout the website. And we have to make sure that we use the keywords. So what I do is, so that I don't miss out on any important keywords, like I showed you previously the sheet, I have highlighted the keywords that we are going to use in blue, and I have also put a box to tick so that once I use it in the copy, I tick it off and that keyword is included in the content. So you have to write in a way that you capture the attention of the customer and you give out all the information that is needed for the customer to make their choice. Okay. Are any one of you like Office fans? It's a TV series. Anyone? No? Okay, anyways, let's watch this clip. Can you guys hear? All right. Okay, so it doesn't play. Sorry about that. Anyways, you guys can go and actually watch this clip. This really helps. Hello. Sorry, guys. Small technical issue, living in Sri Lanka and all that. We can't share the screen. Could somebody allow Sashika to share his screen? If a host can do that, that would be great. All right.
While we're waiting for, I'd just like to remind everyone the forum link has been shared on the chat for your attention, please. Over to you, Jessica. Sorry.
Thank you. Okay, so doesn't. Okay, we'll try again to play this clip. If it doesn't work, then I will explain to you. Doesn't it? You guys can't hear anything, right? So if you can just go watch Office, and this is a really cool technique that this character Kevin uses, where he says very little words to express himself, but everyone understands what he says. So yeah, if you can read the GIF. You guys understand what he says, right? But he says it using very limited amount of words. So something I learned was you need to keep it simple and you need to keep it creative. So that's how you keep your clients informed, but you don't bore them with too much information. So we come to the end of the website content part. So do any of you all have any questions about it? You can send it in the chat box if you want. And if there's no questions, we will move on to the blog writing part of the session. Okay. So yeah, when it comes to writing a blog post, there is no set formula to it. I mean, this is where you start, this is where you end, this is the steps you follow. There is nothing like that. So what I can do is tell you guys what I do. So it's always a trial and error. So you keep learning. I haven't perfected it. I don't know if any of the content writers have perfected the blog writing, but you keep learning and you keep upgrading, right? So that what I do is I pick a topic, I perfect the headline, I write an attention grabbing intro, then move on to the blog, conclusion, optimize, and so I'll get on to all the detail. I will explain it to you in the next slides. So again, I'm gonna use a client that we have to explain to you guys about how blog writing can help bring visibility into your website. So we have a client who's a florist, and this is the website stats. They have very limited number of website visibility, people who view their website or place any any orders through their website. So, and they have no blogs. They have not done any SEO. When you search for flower arrangements or anything related to flowers in Google search, this website does not even turn up in the first 3 pages. So there is no visibility at all. So what we suggested to this client was mainly blog writing. Because they are a florist, there is so much information that you can provide through blogs to bring visibility to their website. So I will I will use this example and walk you through the process of how to write a good blog. Okay, next slide. So first thing you need to do is you need to pick a good topic. So now this, you can't just pick whatever topic that comes to your head. You need to pick a topic that the customer is looking for answers. So how you can find what topic to write about is one thing that we do is we talk to the sales team of the brand and we get their stats about the frequently asked questions. So in this particular client that we are talking about, the florist, their main customer base is couples that are getting married. So the sales team get frequent questions about wedding decor and wedding flowers. So you need to first understand the customer's need before you pick the topic. So in this case, a topic that I would pick is what to look for when picking your wedding florist. So if I write a blog about that, there'll be a big customer base that is looking for wedding florists. And this blog will direct them to the client that we are talking about. Then you can also, there are tools that you can use to find a good topic to write about. So if you remember, Lukshan was talking about the SEO tool and how they show stats about frequently asked questions, organic searches on particular topics. So if so sorry about this, guys. Electricity keeps going, so we get disconnected. Just give us like 1 minute and we will get back. Until then, do you guys have any questions? If you all do, please send it in the chat box. Can the host please give Sashita access? So sorry about this, guys. Electricity is. Okay. Yeah. So we were, I was explaining to you how you can use a SEO tool to find topics that people are searching mostly for. So in this case, we didn't really use a SEO tool because it's a local client. We spoke to the sales team and we got stats about what their client. Sorry. Yeah. So once you have those steps, you make an informed decision on a good topic to write about to bring in more clients to your website. So let's say you write about what to look for when picking your wedding florist. So you explain about all the qualities that you would want to have in a wedding florist when you're picking them. So it's not just about pricing or having flowers. It's also about reliability, creativity, friendliness, that sort of thing. So you can go into detail about the flowers that you want. You can pick the flowers that are frequently used in wedding receptions. All of those details will work for you if you use that in your blog to rank your website on a higher number when it comes to Google searches. So next slide. Once you have the topic at hand, so now we are writing about what to look for in a wedding florist. So then we come to the headline. So when it comes to the headline, this is the first thing that the reader sees, right? So you need to get the customer or potential customer hooked just by them reading this headline. So what I usually do is when I write a headline, I give the full understanding of the blog. So I don't keep them in the dark. Everything I write in the blog, I will summarize in the heading itself. So an example that I could give you all for the topic that we picked is what you need to look for when picking your wedding florist to make your wedding beautiful. So that covers pretty much everything that we would write in the blog. What you are looking, what you need when picking a florist to make your wedding beautiful. That's what they ultimately want. So everything is included in the heading. Like it's a summarization of your full blog. Then we move on to the attention grabbing intro. So when it comes to this, after they are hooked by the headline, they move on to the intro, right? So in the intro, you need to prove yourself. As a brand, you have to show them that you know what you are talking about. You are experienced in this particular thing that you are going to explain. So when it comes to this florist, what we can do is in the intro itself, we can say we have covered over 10,000 weddings throughout our journey as a florist. So that shows people that, okay, this brand has done 10,000 plus weddings, which means they should be good at it. They must have done something right for people to keep coming to these florists. So you need to prove yourself in the intro itself to get them to keep reading the blog. Then you gradually transition into the rest of the blog in the intro itself. Then you write the blog. So when it comes to the body of the blog, you need to make sure that you have lots of sections, lots of subheadings, because then the customer or the potential customer that reads this blog gets the content in like small chunks. So if let's say I want to read about the pricing of the wedding florist, then there is a heading saying pricing and a section that talks about pricing. So then I can kind of avoid the other sections and go into the pricing section. If I want to read about the flower choices that they provide, I can check for that section and read that particular part, just that particular part, because that's what interests me. If we don't have subheadings or sections like that, customers might get frustrated because they need to look for the piece of content that they're looking for. So having sections and subheaders are a really good thing for a blog. Also, adding visuals, charts, clip arts, images, and infographics. Now, since we are writing about wedding florist and what you need to pick in a wedding florist, you need to have lots of images of weddings they have already done. You can use checklists, things that they would, the couple, because they are our target customer, things that they would be interested in seeing. Also, something really important is the font size. So if the font is too big, it's not going to work. If the font is too small, that's also definitely not going to work. So a suggested number of font size is 16 to 20 pixels, which is if you all are familiar with the social media platform Medium, it's a blog writing platform. They use 20 pixels, so it's very clear and clean. Also, something that you need to look at is the word count. So if it's too short and the information that they're looking for is not there, they wouldn't be interested. If it's too long, they'll get bored. Still, they wouldn't be interested in reading it. So keep it interesting, have it structured, and have attention-grabbing sentences here and there. Of course, you can't make every sentence as creative as possible. You can have creative sentence. Maybe if you have 300 sentences, you can have really like 10 really creative sentences to keep them hooked in your blog. Next slide. Okay, so now we come to the conclusion part. So you have to gradually transition from the blog to the end of the blog. So when you write a blog, you have a goal in mind. So now when we were writing about wedding florists and what you need to look for in them, our end goal was to convince the customer who is reading it that we are the best at wedding decor. We are the florists that have all these qualities. The pricing is when it comes to pricing, when it comes to flower, different flowers that are available, when it comes to reliability, when it comes to creativity, all of that we talk about in the blog, and we need to convince them that we are the best at it. So in the conclusion, that is what we will be doing. So once you transition through that with convincing the client of your goal, you ask a specific question, which could be like, now we would like to hear from you what you look for in a wedding florist. Did we cover all the areas? That kind of question. And then you can end it with the call to action. Call to action means what you want the customer to do next. You can either ask them to share this blog, comment on it, or contact this client through email, or you can share phone number. So you end it with the call to action. So next is the optimization and the promotion, which Lukshan will cover.
Okay, thank you, Jessica. Yeah. So when it comes to optimization of the blogs, the first one would be like optimizing, like Jessica said, if it is about the blog about the florist, the wedding florist, So you have to find the best keywords first, and you have to have all those. So when it comes to on-page SEO as SEO, what Google does is they search through your blog first, and if they when they are searching your blog, if they find your keywords on the top of the blog, that means in the intro, that will be really good for your blog, and the Google will make your blog go in the top of the results, like in the Google results. So it will be easy when you go for the when you want to make it like on the top of the Google as your blog, to optimize using your most important keyword in the intro is most important part when you're writing the blog. Then after that, if you can, like Jessica said, the most important keyword, if you can include that in your URL, for example, wedding florist is a really important keyword. So you are going to put that in your URL itself. Then when the SEO, the Google, when the Google scan through your blog or the URL, they see the keyword. Then it's easy for you to rank first on Google. You can't rank first, actually. You have to do a lot more when it comes to SEO, on page SEO. There are a lot of rules that you have to follow when it comes to doing the SEO. So one of the thing is using the better keyword in your intro, and the other one is use the most important keywords in your URL as well. And what you can do is, when you are writing the blog, you can add some internal link in your blog itself. For example, let's say when you are writing the blog about the wedding florist, you will so some people will have question like, oh, where does this flowers come from, or where did they get this decoration, where do they get this decoration, or these, or what are the prices. So those kind of things you can actually include as a link, and people can go to that link. So it comes under another SEO part called off-site SEO. That means you are building more backlinks. Then you will get more results. Like when you are search on Google, you get a good results when you have a lot of backlinks. So when you are making a lot of internal links in your blog itself, your client get more visibility from the website side, as well as the for the blog as well. So the end goal was, our end goal is to get more sales for the client. So it is important that your blog comes first when they search wedding florist, or how to who are the best wedding florists in Sri Lanka. If you go for some type of, if you search on Google some like that, those topics, it's important our blogs come first. So that's where the optimization is important. That's why the optimization is important. So other one would be the promotions. So what you can do is the promote your another off-site SEO, off-page SEO part, where you can promote your link on social media, and you put it on website newsletters, and you can put some meta ads, or Instagram, or Google ads, or whatever. So the promotion part is also important if you want more sales to your website. That's what we did for the client when he said our website doesn't get any traffic at all. So what we did was, we went through with the client. So we are doing their social media. So we wanted to get more website traffic to their website. So what we did was the simply we wrote a lot of not lot of, actually, like 5-6 blogs, and end results was having a lot of traffic to the website. So that's one way you can actually use blogs as effectively use blogs for results. So that's the promotion part. Yeah, so I think Jessica will explain it to you, the new updates that we will have on the from the Google side of itself. Yeah, Jessica, you.
So like we explained to you all, that SEO plays a big role when it comes to Google rankings. Google now has a new update that they have rolled out to certain countries. They're testing it out yet, that, where they use content or blogs or websites that are human centric. So which the content is written for a specific need of a potential customer. It's not written based off of keywords or to please SEO algorithms. It is written to actually give out information that a person is looking for. So right now, most of our content is, we give more prominence to SEO algorithms, and we are basically writing it for a machine to rank it up high. But now Google has, with the new update, if they decide to implement it to everyone, good content will rank up high in Google, which good content means content that will actually, content that was written to actually help a person who is searching for something. So these content are not heavy on SEO or not heavy on keywords. They are actually giving out important information that does not exist. So yeah, so we actually wrote the CADD website. We didn't do any SEO keyword research or SEO. We didn't write it for SEO algorithm. So I think Lukshan can explain about how we wrote for our websites.
Yeah, so with the new updates on Google helpful content updates, so Google now, so in the future also, I think that now they have rolled it out for the most of the countries. You have to, all the content that you write on blogs or let's say in website or anything, it has to be human centric, like humans comes first, not like just for sake of SEO. So most of the blogs you will see and most of the website you will see, it's all about SEO, like they want to rank it on the first page. That's what they want to do. So the Google going to change their rules to give focus on more people first content rather than that SEO focused content. So in terms of that, our website, if you can go and see catworldwide.com, that the website we wrote it for people, for human centric. The website we wrote it as a human centric website, not like SEO per se. So we are anyway looking at the future most of the time when we are doing anything, like if we are implementing anything, we are just looking at the future. So if you want to see an example on how we have written the human centric content, you can go and see our website. Yeah. Yes. Okay, I think Jessica will take over this. How the tools going.
So with certain tools, copywriting gets so much more simpler. I'll just share with you some of the tools that I use when I am doing content writing. And the best part is it's all free, so anyone can use it. Yeah, so when I'm some of the free tools that I use are Grammarly. So Grammarly, what that tool does is it shows grammatical errors plus spelling mistakes, and also if you have written your sentences, if it's too long, it shows. If it's too short, it also shows that this sentence is too short. So it's really helpful. And then I also use Notion to, it's a tool that lets you like organize everything. You can, let's say you have social media content that goes out on a daily basis or a weekly basis, through Notion, you can open up a calendar and you can place these particular contents in the dates that you want it to go out. So it's very much helpful when you have lots of clients to sort out. You can have specific pages for specific clients, and it's a very good tool for organization. Then Word Hippo is also a really interesting tool where they give lots and lots of synonyms plus definition and all sorts of information about that particular word. So that comes in handy as well. Keyword Everywhere is a tool that I use to do the keyword research and anything related to SEO. Also places that you can learn, where I learned content writing and everything is through YouTube, LinkedIn Learning, and Google Digital Garage, as well as personal experiences as well. So when you start content writing, throughout your journey, you will learn something new. So yeah, I think Lukshan will end the session. So thanks you guys for listening to us. I hope you all understood what we were talking about, and yeah, I hope you had a good time.
Yeah, thank you guys. Do you guys have any questions? Do we have any Q&A session? Even if you guys want to, like, if you have any questions after this, you can just contact us on LinkedIn. Even Sashit is there. He's the one who presented the presentation. He's also one of the co-founders. If you guys have any question, please let us know. And also, if you guys are looking for like any content writing jobs or website designing, anything, just go to our website and you can see from the career page our positions. You can go through them and apply for that as well. Yeah, this is our website. Any questions that you guys have, please. Send us to chat or anything. I guess not. Any?
All right then. Thank you, Jessica and Lukshan, for that insightful session on effective blog writing for performant websites. And I'm sure our audience today would have definitely gathered immense knowledge on the subject. I would also like to thank all the participants for joining the second session of BrandIn, and stay tuned for the third. Good night to you all.